Welcome. In the last lesson, we have installed everything that is needed to start and configure the MariaDB Galera cluster on 3 nodes. I performed the installation on node 1 and hopefully you completed the same on the other 2 nodes as I have done the same. Let me show you that. This is node 1 and I went ahead and did exactly the same and I verified this one, and I on node 3 also verified. Alright, now in this lesson we will first configure the MariaDB server part, and we'll start and secure our MySQL server as we always normally do. And for this purpose I have created this doc in our course repo, starting and securing the MariaDB server. Please note that keeping both MySQL and Galera parts separated from each other will give us a great control on each of the component, and we can manage it easily. And this is actually the practice of most of the senior DBAs out there in their production environment. Okay, so first we will do the MySQL part, then we will do the cluster part. Alright, so in this one I'm going to do on node 1, and then I will ask you and Bob to do the same on node 2. So let's go ahead and first see that after we have installed everything, let's see what is in the etc file. What we have normally as a general, like we always do, etc my.cnf, and then there is a folder was created called my.cnf.d, and there were these files were added. Okay, remember we have installed MariaDB with the cluster Galera cluster component support. That is why it installed these things. Okay, so let me first see what is in the CNF file. So let's see, I believe this will have the reference to this one, so this should not have anything. Right, let me go ahead and actually instead of this, let me go ahead and VI that so we can make it easy to read. Let's remove all the lines, remove everything except leave it this one where it says that for the MySQL part and every other part, just include this directory, this one, and read all the configuration files from this directory. All right, let me go ahead and save that. When MySQL we will start, it will go and it will read this, and there we should have these are the files. Okay, let's go ahead and remove actually all the files so that we can start from scratch and we know exactly what we are doing. Let's go ahead and remove this one. Okay, let's go ahead and remove the clients, this one, so we know exactly what we are doing. So do you follow this process when you are installing MariaDB cluster or MariaDB server right from the scratch? If you already go in a company where MariaDB has already been installed, you don't touch these folders because your previous DBA has already done their part when they install MariaDB in the first place. Let's go ahead and remove this one also. Control C, Control V, leave it there. Enable encryption preset. This is in the MariaDB case. Whenever you install MariaDB server, they will have encryption already on as part of this installation. So this file you don't touch that. Okay, I will show you after that. And let's go ahead and let's see what we did that. Okay, let me show you quickly what is in there in the enable encryption. As you can see that include this file in your .my.cnf, and this is exactly what we did there, and it will enable the data at rest encryption. Okay, so this is the MariaDB, and this is all this encryption algorithm they will use, and we will not touch that. This will be a free encryption given to us as a part of the installation. Let's go ahead and configure our server. And this is the MySQL portion. This is the MariaDB MySQL daemon process portion. Remove everything. Okay, remove everything and just go ahead and insert these 4 lines like we always do. We have done already this, and we did not actually add it. We wanted to have, even if we will just leave it there for now, I will say, let's say insert, let's do MySQL D, and we always do data dir, we always do pid file. Okay, for this leave it everything wherever they are. Okay, leave it everything wherever they are, or let me actually copy them from here if they have it here. No, they don't have anywhere. No worries. I will leave everything here and not do anything here. Actually, remove everything and just leave this MySQL. See, this is the only portion. Let's go ahead and leave everything from here. And once we will start that, and we will get the location and the log file, and we can add those there. So for now, just leave everything as blank, right? We already remove everything. Let's go ahead and start it with the default values and remove everything what we have other than the encryption that we did there. Now we can see that we already started, and this is exactly what we do always, right? After that we can set the variable. I don't want to get this too long, but I just want to quickly show you. If you will run this on a standard MySQL, normally we do this thing, right? We do this one, right? But in this case, since we are dealing with the MariaDB, you have to put MariaDB. Okay, MariaDB secure installation. Enter current password. In the case of MariaDB, there is no password for the root user. Okay, so you simple say if there is none password, just hit enter. Okay, do you want to just switch to a Unix socket? You know, if you have taken my previous course, Unix socket is only allow this database server to connect user from this local host only. You never ever want to do that. You want to connect your remote user to your MySQL server. For this you say no, I want to have a remote user. You want to change the root password? Definitely, because right now there is no root password. Let's go ahead and create our most secure root password. And you know by now what it is. Remove anonymous user. Absolutely. Disallow root login connecting remotely. Definitely. Remove the test database. Reload the privileges, and we are done. And I can show you MySQL.u root, and the password we just gave. Already I misspelled, but let's see if I get it. Yeah, perfect. Let's see what we have. We have MariaDB server 10.11.1 MariaDB server. Okay, and this is the location. We can use this socket file location in our my.cnf file, and we can even come out of here like we always do. PID of, we do normally MySQL D, but in our case of MariaDB, it will be MariaDB DB, and we can verify all the data directory should be under varlib MySQL. Okay, and we can even add this in my right there. And the socket file is also in the same place. And let's see, where is our log file? Var log. Is there a var log MariaDB file? No, we can add that in our next lesson before we configure our Galera cluster. Normally we will put under var log. Here we will add MariaDB.log, or we can add MySQLD.log. Excellent. So we have a MariaDB up and running on node 1, and this moment, this is a full-fledged standalone MySQL server running without any knowledge of the clustering component, right? Now we can go ahead and configure that clustering component separately, and then we will run this MySQL as a multi-primary node Galera cluster running MariaDB server. Okay, but before that, please don't forget to install and secure your MySQL on your other two nodes. And once you are done, I will see you in the next lesson.